Have you ever heard of Erik Erickson's 8 stages of psychosocial development? The first 5 stages happen in our childhood, and the final 3 stages happen in our adulthood. When I discovered this framework, it literally changed my entire perspective on life. And I want to share it with you today because it's essential for you to become a healthy male. The 6th stage of Erik Erickson's psychosocial development is the young adulthood stage. It's intimacy versus isolation, and it happens from age 19 through 40. In young adulthood, you apply what you learned as a child and as a teenager in real life. The unfortunate truth is that so many young men today were not prepared for young adulthood by their mothers, fathers, and school teachers. But that's okay. As a healthy male, you have the power within to change that. In a few months, I'll be 50 years old, so I've already gone through the young adulthood stage. So let me say this off the top. Poor decisions during the young adulthood stage can last for decades. Young men often rush into bad relationships, careers, and vices without clarity, and this leads to regret, divorce, burnout, or even worse. A midlife crisis often is the result of decisions made during the critical young adulthood stage due to young men having an absence of guidance, self-awareness, or brotherhood. But on the other side of the coin, healthy decisions during the young adulthood stage sets the course for generational health and wealth. This is the stage where brotherhood matters most. Young men need support, accountability, and correction from other men to grow, stay grounded, and pursue wholeness. This is why the Healthy Males Brotherhood we're building matters, and why it's critically important and needed today. The Healthy Males Brotherhood is designed to help men form bonds that counteract isolation and push them toward their purpose. The young adulthood stage is when a man must learn how to share himself without losing himself, which is key to making wise decisions, forming healthy relationships, and becoming the kind of man that you can be proud of. Unfortunately, when men don't master this stage of life, they risk falling into isolation, addiction, emotional detachment, and lifelong regret, which is absolutely avoidable. Now, for someone who's already gone through the young adulthood stage, I believe from age 19 through 40, a healthy male should be focused on developing spiritual love, self-love, brotherhood love, and romantic love, in that order. Most well-intended young men are too needy and too thirsty in the young adulthood stage to develop romantic love, which leads them to being taken advantage of and experiencing relationship trauma. In hindsight, if I could replay my young adulthood, I would invest a lot more time into knowledge of self. Self with the capital S, my person within. Knowledge of self requires solitude and brotherhood in order to understand who you are as a man so you can discover your purpose and become the most attractive version of yourself. If you're still watching this video with first-rate intelligence, thank you. Let's talk about the next stage. The 7th stage is middle adulthood. It's generativity versus stagnation, which happens from age 40 through 65, and it's the current stage that I'm in right now. I mentioned earlier that I'm a few months away from being 50 years old. During this stage, the inner conflict that all middle-aged men face is, will I contribute to something meaningful, or will I remain stuck and self-absorbed? As for me, I have a deep desire to contribute to the greater good of society through coaching, mentoring, and guiding the next generation, which is why I'm building Healthy Males. The middle adulthood stage is the legacy stage. Around age 40, men begin asking themselves questions like, am I making a difference? What am I leaving behind? And did my life matter? Healthy decision-making in the middle adulthood stage is driven by service, legacy, and impact, not by ego or status. After 40 years old, a man must transition from chasing success to building significance. On the flip side, unchecked stagnation after 40 can lead to a midlife crisis. Men who don't resolve the innate generativity that lives inside of us will often feel stuck, bitter, aimless, or emotionally shut down. And this is the root cause of addictions, affairs, depression, and escapism. The most dangerous man isn't the angry man, it's the man who feels nothing. During the 7th stage, fatherhood and mentorship become spiritual callings. Whether biological or not, men at this stage are called to invest in family, younger men, and the community. Healthy Males will serve as a place for generative men to pour into the next generation, not by preaching, but by modeling. Generativity is not just about raising children, it's about raising standards. So if you're watching this video and you're in your middle adulthood stage like me, I challenge you to ask yourself, will you stay in your comfort zone or will you take new risks? Will you build or will you just maintain? Will you mentor, lead, give, and serve, or will you just coast? The 7 stages where a man either becomes a builder of lives, legacies, and futures, or he becomes bitter, restless, and numb. A healthy male chooses purpose over passivity, impact over indulgence, and legacy over stagnation. Let's talk about the final stage of psychosocial development, the late adulthood stage. It's integrity versus despair, which happens from age 65 onward. This stage is crucial for societal development of healthy men. This stage forces a man to evaluate the story of his life, his choices, his relationships, his contributions, and his truth. If a man in late adulthood accepts his life as meaningful, even with past mistakes, he gains integrity. If not, he wrestles with regret, bitterness, or despair. The question is no longer what can I build, it's what did I build, and how can I pass it on? Elder men hold the wisdom that younger men desperately need. A healthy society needs wise men who have been through the fire and come out with scars, stories, and substance to share. Healthy Males isn't just about strong young men, it's about wise men showing young men the way. Late adulthood is when legacy becomes real. In the late adulthood stage, decisions shift from doing more to being more present, reflective, forgiving, and intentional. Healthy older men don't just live in retirement, they live with the responsibility to lift others up. Their purpose now is not production, but transmission of values, truth, perspective, and love. Without elders, younger men wander. Many young men are lost not because they lack ambition, but because they lack anchoring. When older men disappear into isolation, everyone loses. There is no one to warn of dangers, there is no one to model maturity, and there is no one to bless or affirm the transition of boyhood to manhood. When older men don't lead with wisdom, younger men often follow the loudest fool, which is what we see so often on social media today. The late adulthood stage teaches us this. A man only finds peace in the final chapter of his life when he is at peace with his whole story. And that peace becomes a gift to younger men who need direction and to middle-aged men who fear becoming irrelevant. The decision every older man faces is this: will I die full of wisdom I never shared, or will I live out my final years as a guide, a teacher, and a man of integrity? Healthy males require sage wisdom from late adulthood men. The integrity, accountability, and correction they provide is priceless. It's one of the most valuable relationships that a young man can have in his life. So now that you know who Healthy Males is for, men who are in their young, middle, and late adulthood stages of life who want to experience the positive sides of their psychosocial development, the intimacy, the generativity, and the integrity sides of their adulthood. Now, let's talk about why Healthy Males is for you. I would like to invite you to join Healthy Males, Healthy Females, and HealthyMatch. We're signing up thousands of men and women supporting each other on a mission to improve their 8 pillars of health. Healthy Males, Healthy Females, and HealthyMatch will be employee-owned companies. So we're looking for motivated people to join us on the ground floor. Email us to request a free Healthy Males life coaching session for an invitation to the 8 Pillars of Male Health 90-Day Transformation Camp. To learn how to become a verified Healthy Males or Healthy Females member, verified members qualify for HealthyMatch, our private matchmaking service. And to learn how to become a certified Healthy Males or Healthy Females coach. Certified coaches receive a revenue share, plus exclusive opportunities from our Founders Club. Join our vision for Healthy Males, Healthy Females, and HealthyMatch. Email us for more information.